Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Universal Channeling. Channeling the Conscious Universe. Blossom Goodchild, Channeling the Federation of Light, September 14, 2018. Blossom Goodchild. Welcome my friends. Here we are again, after attempting to communicate last week, only to find I felt that the channel/my mind was being hacked. I will see how today's session goes as to whether or not to add what I received. So, what ho! How art thou? Federation of Light. We are indeed well, Blossom. We are never otherwise. We would like to speak of that which took place in your last communication, for we feel it would be beneficial. Blossom Goodchild. Perfect. Federation of Light. There are those that are clear channels/channelers, and those whose intention is to offer disparate information with the intention to confuse and upset the apple cart, so to speak. We are more than happy that you are able to distinguish between our energy and the very moment in which an interfering source tries to intersect. Blossom Goodchild. So, I was right then. Although, I felt I got the go-ahead from White Cloud to continue. Federation of Light. You thought. Yet, when checking in later you realized you had perhaps misinterpreted the imagery given. Yet again, within the next paragraph, you saw correctly to discontinue, and rightly so. Blossom Goodchild. I will of course add the communication we are speaking of to the bottom of this one, otherwise no one will know what we are talking about. So, was it the content that caused this? Or my tiredness? Or both? Federation of Light. Both. When one is tiring of mind, it is far easier for a hacker, as you call it, to break in, even though blessings and protection had been correctly placed. This, in a way, is a good lesson for all. In that, the minute one feels the slightest bit uncomfortable about, even a word, it is always best to check in. Those who choose to intervene to the detriment of all, are certainly adept in ways of making them seem/appear to be of the light, by interspersing both truth and untruths. Hence, as we say, their goal is achieved by causing confusion amongst the ranks. Blossom Goodchild. So, would we be wise to continue on the same topic? I have to admit, it did cross my mind that it may not be safe to do so. Federation of Light. Blossom, it is not that, it is not safe/was not safe, for we would never do anything to cause you concern within these messages. Blossom Goodchild. Well, not for a long time. Leaving October 14, 2008 aside, shall we? Federation of Light. In ways of your physical and mental safety. The hackers were to confuse, not to attack. Blossom Goodchild. Okay. Well, let's see where this goes/how far this goes. I have to say, there is a small tension around my heart area. Federation of Light. This is due to the energy we are bringing through, which is of a heightened vibration. For, cannot you also feel a lightheadedness that is not usually present? Blossom Goodchild. Indeed. I can. Is that also due to the same thing? Federation of Light. Yes, and more. For we are, due to the raising of your vibratory trajectory. Blossom Goodchild. You like that word? Federation of Light. Able now to be even closer in energy, to your mind, and therefore, our connection is stronger, which cannot help but manifest in a physical sense, also. In time it shall settle. Blossom Goodchild. In time, over weeks, or, during this session. Federation of Light. During this session. Blossom Goodchild. Moving on. Federation of Light. We spoke of treasures within your planet, and hence, the reason why all eyes are on you. Blossom Goodchild. I suggest to readers to now go to the end and read the aborted channeling posted below before continuing reading here. Federation of Light. You are/have always been exceptionally special beings of light. Existing within a game that was created to experience one end of the scale to the other, within a human experience, and this has most certainly been carried out. Blossom Goodchild. It is hard to fully believe we are special beings of light when one looks into our behavior, compared to what we hear of light beings of great light and intelligence and advanced enlightenment on other planets. Federation of Light. And yet, we would perhaps say that you are in disguise. We have often stated all is not as it seems. You are experiencing life on planet Earth, yes, yet, you are also beings of light, of great light, that are, would we say, fulfilling an agreed upon contract to bring about this great change that we speak of. Blossom Goodchild. So, to go back to the treasures that all are waiting in anticipation to be uncovered, what is that all about? Federation of Light. It is about a glorious divine uncovering of wonders. As we say, wonders that, had to be/are, in safe keeping until such time when all is ready to accept and receive that returned state of being. Blossom Goodchild. Okay. I am going to just go for it and see where this leads. After the aborted channeling, I had a strong sense of a vast fleet of light ships bursting forth from under the pyramids in Egypt, and also, a strong vision of the Sphinx. I looked it up afterwards, as I felt I had an inkling of this from information somewhere else before. Indeed, there is speculation of something underfoot. Interestingly, when you sent through the words mastercraft in the below communication, I thought you were going to say master craftsman. Yet the man bit didn't happen. Am I on the right track? Federation of Light. Blossom, you are indeed on the right track, of thought. Although, not quite. In that, the craft are not actually there in physical form, yet. Blossom Goodchild. Were they ever? Federation of Light. Yes. The way to explain for easy understanding, is their imprints were left behind long, long ago. So, we would say, they were present. They were imprinted deep within the earth, and then they dematerialized, leaving a sleeping energy, that shall remain asleep until the unveiling is ready to take place. At which time, they shall rematerialize/reconstruct, under the ground, and shall also be manned. Ready for the off. When all systems get the green light. Blossom Goodchild. So many questions. Did this happen before or after the building of the pyramids and the Sphinx, etc.? Federation of Light. It happened at the same time. It was part of the plan. There was collaboration between star systems in order for this plan to come together. There are history stories of the boulders being dragged from all around to make these pyramids. These stories do not speak of truths of these boulders, doing as the ships, dematerializing and then reconstructing in energy in the places they were required to be. There was much magic encountered in order for this to be accomplished and brought to fruition. Blossom Goodchild. So, is that the main reason for the pyramids? To have these treasures hidden underneath? Federation of Light. There are many reasons for these collective star points. They certainly were not randomly built, and placed anywhere. They, as many are already aware, are perfectly placed, to line up to planetary movements, which in turn, work with energetical forces, that infuse these structures with unknown amounts of vibrational frequencies, that maintain who they are, and keep them in working order. Blossom Goodchild. Who they are. Federation of Light. Energies of who they are. In the same way your planet Earth is known as Mother Gaia. These solid, yet, not, portals are of the same calling, so to speak. They are alive. Blossom Goodchild. Okay. Let's have a little recap here, shall we? In case I miss something. 1. So these pyramids are portals? Federation of Light. Yes. Blossom Goodchild. All of them? Federation of Light. No. Purposefully so. One of the secrets. Blossom Goodchild. 2. They are alive? Federation of Light. Yes. And this is difficult to describe. They can be alive. They can be dormant/statically disarmed. Many of our light ships work the same. In that, they are a living organism. They are controlled by thought. They respond to thought energy. It can be that the driver of a craft is a thought delivered to the energy makeup of it, and it responds directly to that thought. Yet, without getting too involved in the mechanisms of such things right now, the energy makeup of a particular craft cannot respond to any old thought that someone chooses to fling around. The particles that are its makeup must correspond with the sender of the thought's wavelength. Thought pattern makeup, in order for it to connect and respond to. Blossom Goodchild. And getting back to the pyramids, are we talking the same structure of form here? I sound like I know what I am talking about. I don't. Yet, I do. Federation of Light. We would furthermore explain that both the ships/crafts, and the structures, are coded. They are programmed. Nothing within those mogoliths are of wasteful space. Blossom Goodchild. Programmed for Federation of Light. The Rising of the Phoenix. Blossom Goodchild. Okay. Hold the phone a minute. I don't delve into Ascension much. One step at a time. Let's get the event over and done with first. Yet, is the Rising of the Phoenix Ascension? Federation of Light. Yes. Blossom Goodchild. Wow. What a mind blower. You are showing me fleets of ships everywhere, coming out of the earth, meeting up with those in the skies, and I am seeing the planet actually rise up also, as if this merging of ships, and other influences, causes this to happen. We have lit off. Federation of Light. This is the closest we can show you in ways of understanding. Blossom Goodchild. Yet, I do feel, this isn't for a long while yet? Federation of Light. You are correct. This is in your future. Your future use shall be part of this. This, could not/cannot, possibly take place as this time for, in simple terms, it is not the time to do so. Nothing energetically is ready for such a happening. Yet, all that is taking place upon your planet now is building up towards this. Blossom Goodchild. I know this is the end of today's chat. I feel the nod from you. Well, blow me down with a feather. How interesting. Thank you so much. Far out. Perhaps, we should start writing sci-fi books together. You could make me a fortune. Loving your energy. Loving your information. Loving you. In gratitude. In loving service. I am. Blossom Goodchild. The aborted channeling, Friday 7th September. Hello co-workers of light. Not sure if my energy is conducive to a communication with you, as I am rather tired. Yet, no time like the present, and life is pretty busy at the moment. So, here I am, reporting for duty. Federation of Light. Many thanks to you Blossom, for taking us into consideration within your schedule, of which we understand it is rather upbeat at this present time. Blossom Goodchild. Always happy to be with you. A question many are considering is the possibility of meeting loved ones that have passed, once the event has taken place. I am not sure, yet, I think some other channelers might have said this would be. What do you have to say about it? Federation of Light. We would gently and persuasively say that it would not be the case in the manner that many are hoping for. In that, when the event has been and gone, one is not going to be in the same dimension as souls who have passed over to, what White Cloud lovingly calls, the summer land. The wave of love that sweeps over your planet will indeed lift one's spirits, yet, not into the dimensions where spirits, as you call them, reside. However, we will clearly state that due to the upliftment, due to the higher energies, due to the feeling of love that will have been raised beyond that which you can imagine, those who are, as you say, on the other side, will be much more readily available, in the sense that their vibration will now be much more in alignment with those on the earth plane. One will not be able to physically touch them, yet, it will be almost as if one can feel them, as their proximity will be right next door, for want of an easy way of description. Many will be working closely with those that have passed over, and may we say there are many on the other side of the veil who are raring to go, to assist in assisting. To give strength and encouragement to those who find themselves in the position of sharer and acknowledger of what is taking place. We are aware too, Blossom, that many write into you who are of ample age and concerned as to whether or not they will be around for the event. If it is meant to be that their flesh and bones are no longer in use, then this does not mean that their soul is also made redundant. Not by any stretch of the imagination. This event is so much more than that which you can even possibly consider. Most, consider it to be more on the lines of lifting planet Earth into a higher vibration, which indeed it will. Yet, let us categorically state. This is not ascension. It is perhaps preparation for. Yet, it is not ascension. That is later and is a different thing altogether. So, that which we are encouraging you to understand is that it is so much more than, as we say, the raising of the vibration of the planet Earth. By the event taking place, it shifts all that is, into a higher place also, it cannot not. Therefore, all eyes are on you. You souls of light upon earth. For it is known that the shift in energy, will shift each and every one, and every planet and universe and galaxy. Literally. Blossom Goodchild. Really? Yet, with respect, we are the size of a crumb compared to what is out there. How can this be? Federation of Light. Because your planet carries within it, jewels of untold mysteries. A benevolence that is contained within its majesty that no other planet has. Blossom Goodchild. Whoa. Hold on a minute. This is huge. Like what? I mean, what are you talking about? Federation of Light. This, Blossom, is why, exactly why, all eyes are on you. Blossom Goodchild. Clarifying, you mean our planet and not me, Blossom Goodchild? Federation of Light. Correct. Blossom Goodchild. Phew. Federation of Light. The secrets of ancient days lay buried within mastercraft that are yet to be revealed. They were buried in / for safety, so that those who do not / did not have the highest good of all in their plan were unable to retrieve them. Although we would say, that some of these priceless gems were discovered due to skullduggery, and when in the wrong hands, set into play much that went awry upon your planet. However, knights in shining armor, sworn to secrecy, courageously went to their deaths in order to keep these secrets safe. Blossom Goodchild. Wait. So, is there anyone on the planet who knows of these and where they are? Federation of Light. Blossom, this is hard to explain. These secrets are will only be uncovered, when your planet is in safe hands. If your planet was not completely rid of the darker energies that still wish to deceive, it would be far too dangerous for even a hint of what they are to be uncovered. We would comment that yes, there are a sacred few who are in knowledge of such things. Yet, they do not know that they are at this time. For it would not be beneficial for them to know that they are the keepers of these sacred mysteries, until such time when they are called upon to unleash them. Blossom Goodchild. To be honest guys, I do not feel happy about that word unleash, that sort of makes me think of setting the dogs on someone. I checked in with White Cloud and I feel safe to continue, yet, could you clarify what that means to you? Federation of Light. In our thoughts we think of terms of set free, unbound from shackles. Blossom Goodchild. I am at a loss as to where to go from here, this is a real humdinger you have suddenly dropped in out of the blue. I guess the way forward is to ask, what does it all mean? Federation of Light. It means that the keys to the kingdom are presented. Ways of tenure will change greatly for the benefit of all. Understanding of riches, not just of the soul, yet of universal guidance, into the future will be prompted to reveal uncoverings that undermine necessary trajectories in order for circumferences to stand tall. Blossom Goodchild. Guys, does that even make sense? I think not. I am questioning whether to continue, for I feel I am perhaps getting interference through due to subject matter. I checked in again with White Cloud and felt he was suggesting I cease with this communication, as indeed, this last paragraph to me is gobbledygook. So annoying, because I had this time frame to channel. Hey ho! All is as should be. I shall continue another time. I just have to find it. What on earth is this all about? End of communication. Asterisk. I received an image of the Sword of Light held by Archangel Michael. After I had aborted, I checked in on that, and sensed that it was more an image for me to put up my protection rather than it being okay to continue. You live and learn, always. I definitely got the word Mogalith, and yet when I googled it I found one book called The Megalith Builders. Everything else was the word megalith for large stone structures. Surely the woman who wrote an entire book would not spell the title wrongly. Just saying. Blossom Goodchild. In gratitude, in loving service, I am. Website, Blossom Goodchild.